Today's all about finding Sentinel firing cores so that ultimately you can upgrade and use these legendary guns to take on giant arc like this one.
Hey everyone, welcome to Dubs for the Win. Let's get gaming!
If you're into upgrading your workbenches and arc raiders, which of course I hope that you are because they're pivotal to your success topside, you're probably really interested in upgrading your Gunsmith Workbench to level 3. And for that you need rusted gear, you need mechanical components, but most importantly and most difficultly, you need not one, but 4 Sentinel firing cores. Now, the game does not make it easy to find them. If you're new, you don't know where to look, but finally, after lots of research, this noob dad gamer finally figured out the 2 places that you can get them, and I spent a lot of time chasing them so that you don't have to. And here they are, starting off with the easier option, which are Courier Husks.
These are what you want to look for to get a Sentinel firing core. Oval-shaped, kind of UFO-looking thing. You can sometimes see it because it's smoking. So when you find these, you want to breach them as quickly as possible because they're out in the open. But you're not guaranteed to get a Sentinel firing core in a Courier Husk, but they do have them sometimes, so let the search continue. The spaceport still, and look, Courier Husk shows up on the map.
Let's go to that ARC courier.
Hopefully we're going to get a Sentinel firing core from that. So there you go. They show up on the maps, which is nice. I actually did not notice that until now. But that should make finding them easier. Let's hope we get lucky, unlike the last spaceport run. Come on, be my lucky day. And no, the search continues. Maybe this one, 3rd time's a charm. Bequeath thee a Sentinel firing core, but I feel good about this one. And once again, no. So the search continues. Smoke in the distance. Could this be survey? Aha, yes, let's go. It's another Courier Husk. Yes, let's go, finally. A Sentinel firing core, we did it. All right, friends, there you go. So that's a great spot.
So as you can see, Courier Husks can work, but it's definitely a grind and a bit of a coin flip. So if you want more of a reliable shot, no pun intended, Sentinel turrets are your other option, but fair warning, they shoot back. And by the way, if this is already helping, drop a comment below. Let me and others know how you've gone about finding Courier Husks and Sentinel firing cores, because honestly, my friends, I'm pretty sure I took the longest and hardest routes possible. But now, moving on to Sentinel turrets, our first stop is Dam Battlegrounds.
We are here on Dam Battlegrounds trying to find a Sentinel turret because we want to get that Sentinel firing core. So we're going to head to the Research and Administration building. There's a staircase right around this area. A turret will show up. Oftentimes, not always though, don't quote me. I've also run into them in this area, the floodgates area, as well as around the breach. So we're going to make our way to the breach area and just kind of follow the whole floodgate wall down to the RNA building. Here we are at the infamous blue stairway outside R and A building, Research and Administration building. But this is where you want to come to, all right? It's not here right now, but we'll try again. I know that we'll be successful at some point.
Next stop in our search is Spaceport.
I'm going to head to the departure building. There is one that spawns right here in this area.
Let's move to that
all right, friends, we are in the departure building. You can see the light, that scanning light. That is our turret. Now, will I get lucky and will this be a Sentinel this time? Will this be the one, my friends? Will this be the one? Come on, come on, come on, come on. And no, once again, no. Very frustrating. Found another turret, but not the Sentinel.
Last but not least, we're going to check out Bluegate because rumor has it a Sentinel turret likes to spawn sometimes at Pilgrim's Peak. So we're going to make our way quickly over there. And what we're looking for is the tall tower right there. You can't miss it. And supposedly it's up on the 2nd floor. Is it the 2nd floor? I'm not quite sure what you call it, but this landing right here, and if we're lucky, oh, would you look at that. Finally, my friends, the patience has paid off. But as you'll see in this clip, one thing to keep aware of when chasing Sentinel turrets is they take a lot of ammo. Just something to keep in mind when hunting down these Sentinel firing cores. But there we have it, my friends. Finally, we found that Sentinel turret and that Sentinel firing core. Success is ours. Dubs for the win. Let's go. Again, Pilgrim's Peak on Bluegate. Looks like it's a great spot for those to spawn. So there you have it, my friends. 2 ways to find Sentinel firing cores in Arc Raiders. But like I said at the top of the video, I'm not an expert. I'm not the end-all be-all. So if you've got some knowledge and some insight that you can offer to other raiders, leave that knowledge in the comments drop a hint or a tip about where people can find more Sentinel turrets or Courier Husks. And in the meantime, if you literally have no idea where to even start with Arc Raiders, check out this website that I'm showing right here. It's called Arc Raiders Database, ardb.tools. I'll drop the link in the descriptions. It's literally an end-all be-all that you could want for Arc Raiders. I used it a lot for this video, and I use it a lot in general. It's really, really helpful. I can't recommend it enough. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I just think it's a cool website. Until I see you again, I hope that you'll hit the like button. If you found this video useful, if you learned something new today, of course, leave a comment, say hi, let me know what you'd like to discuss. Also, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to the channel. No matter what, I'll see you again very soon, topside or in Speranza or in one of these videos. This is Mr. Dubs, over and out, my friends.